Ring of Fire biochar kiln assembly, maintenance, and tools. To assemble the Ring of Fire biochar kiln, first clear a level area of ground of all flammable materials for a diameter of at least 12 feet or 4 meters where you will assemble the kiln. Assemble the kiln body first using the connector brackets to connect the kiln body panels. When assembling the kiln, make sure your angle bar bracket has the correct orientation. Orient the connector brackets so that the top end has a heat shield connector stud placed very near the end. This end goes up. The other end has a stud that is placed further from the end. That end goes down. When assembling the inner panels, do not over-tighten the wing nuts. Tighten them finger tight and then turn back a full rotation. If you get them too tight, heat will expand the metal and they will be difficult to remove. Before attaching the heat shield panels, make sure to seal the inner ring with mineral soil at the bottom to prevent air from entering the bottom of the kiln. When assembling and disassembling the kiln, always have someone who has a container to distribute and collect the wing nuts from the crew so they don't get lost. Height of the heat shield panels. The heat shields can be attached so they are flush with the top rim of the inner ring or so they project above the inner ring. If you will be loading long branches, you may opt to assemble the heat shield flush with the inner panels. If your feedstock is mostly smaller pieces that go easily inside the kiln, flip the heat shield to have it raised above the inner panels. Raising the heat shield can help promote a cleaner burn. If your heat shield panels take a beating, straighten them out by simply stepping on them or using a rubber hammer to straighten them on a flat surface. Storage and maintenance. It's very important to rinse the ash off the kiln after use and store it out of the rain under a roof to minimize rust and corrosion. The kilns will rust inevitably, but you can expand their lifetime by taking good care of them. Make sure the threaded studs on the brackets are in good shape before you start assembling your kiln. You can use a steel brush to clean these threaded studs from rust and dirt. You can also use a penetrating oil. If the threads get really damaged, you can use a dye tool. This is a good piece of kit to have if you're going to be burning a lot. You can refer to the user manual for the size. Tools. General tools that you must have on hand are shovels and rakes for building the berm, digging fire lines, and raking out the char to quench it. A pitchfork can also be helpful for moving and loading light feedstocks like berry canes. You will need water for quenching, which includes a water source, possibly a water pump, hoses, sprayers, and nozzles. You will need ignition tools, a propane or a drip torch, and a leaf blower can also be helpful. And finally, you will need a moisture meter. If you are wanting to measure your biochar output and quality through the Char app, you will also need a few additional items. First of all, you must have a moisture meter. You'll also need a steel ruler or measuring stick, a hanging scale, and a metal bucket. You can refer to the Char app field guide for more details and data quality tips and guidance.